Hi, it's Jane with Scraptastic Yarns, and okay, I'm here finally. Nan's Next Knots. The number 2 was pulled, and check it out. My number 2 color is lemon, so I was really thrilled to see that color. It's coming along well. We've only got 2 more weeks. Yay! Alright, the other thing that I have going here is the Killer Queen shawl. That is by Bag O' Day, and that's how I've gotten so far. I'm telling you, this Lion brand shawl in a ball takes forever. Just takes forever to get done and finished with it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm still working on it. I did do a couple of hats. This is for a small teen for the Prayer Shawl Ministry. And then this is for, I believe it's 6 to 10 years old. And this is in the glowing, it's either finch feather or feather finch color. So I'm looking forward to getting those finished, and then some, which I have to get some more of it. And then getting some scarves done with those so that it's all ready to go. Now, I like to support other people who are makers. I don't get to support as many as I would like to. A lot of it has been financial issues, but I got to buy from Bridget. You know, of Queen's Bridget. I'm gonna butcher the name. Queen's Crafts by Bridget. So what I purchased is this lovely bag. And I fell in love with this print. It just spoke to me. And of course this is one of those that you will take, put the longer handle through, and then you can carry it with you while you're walking or whatever. Which, that's not going to happen for me because that's dangerous. Now, Bridget was really upset because she didn't have a little notions bag to go with it, which is fine. I don't care. So she did send this one instead. I told her it was perfectly fine. It doesn't have to have a matching notions bag for me. I am absolutely just fine with that. Of course, she's got her little name tag that has the lovely, lovely little crown on one side and then the yarn ball on the other. So, yeah, I am in love with this bag. I have used it a couple times already. And I'm looking forward to using it when I get these scarves started. Now, as you know, I've been doing a lot of walking. And I'm determined that I am going to get 50 pounds off by 2024. But I've also done some different things with my eating. I have completely cut out bread for the most part. I do still every once in a while, just because it's a comfort food for me, have oatmeal for dinner sometimes, just because I don't feel like fixing anything. Those of you that are single, you know what I mean. It's hard to fix for one person, and it just seems hardly worth it. So sometimes I just have oatmeal for dinner, and that's, you know, that's a comfort food for me. One of the other comfort meals for me has always been pinto beans with fried potatoes and cornbread, but that's not happening these days. It might eventually. You know, when winter comes along, I'll probably have one meal every once in a while. But basically, I am following the keto diet, and it's working well for me. I'm transitioning to more of a meat-based diet. I have always loved meat and not really cared about the vegetables. There are a couple of vegetables that I like, and I will eat those and add them in every once in a while. But, you know, just give me a piece of meat and I'm good. That's just the way it rolls around here. It's just that kind of crazy thing. I think I told you last week I had to send off another form for the university to get the final payment. It looks like that should be coming within the next 2 months. So we'll see. But I will tell you that part of this is Thomas had a credit card that I did not know anything about. And since I didn't know anything about it, I don't know what he charged on it. He has a PS4. Didn't keep the receipt. I don't know if it came with a manual or not. But since... And this seems to be a man thing, because I've talked to other women about this. Men don't keep the receipts, but they'll keep the boxes. But he didn't keep the receipt, or at least I haven't found it yet. And with this other credit card, I don't know if he charged it on that credit card or what was charged on this credit card. But because his estate is responsible for it, I have asked them to send me a list of all the charges that were made on that card from the very first time it was opened. If they can't do that, at least the last 7 years. So what do I get? They sent me a summary of the statement. In other words, they sent me the page that they want me to pay them to. You know, pay them with. I said that. Called them this afternoon and said, that is not what I told you I wanted. I want an itemized list of all the charges that were made on this card. You can't do that. You're not going to get your money till you get that to me. If I am liable and having to pay this out of the estate funds, I need to know where it's at. And I explained to the person, there were purchases made, like my TV that's in here that's not on any other card. Not out of his checking account. So I need to know. So that if there is an issue or something comes up, that I have at least the reference number and that charge, you know, that shows that yes, it was an item that was purchased. Man, so annoying sometimes. So anyway, that is the latest in the ongoing saga. Find it rather annoying. The next couple of days, there's supposed to be a lot of rain here. I'm not happy about that. But I will continue to do my walks. I just probably will come home and have to change my lower pants because they'll probably be soaking wet. My new raincoat did show up finally, which was nice because it wasn't due to be here until I believe it was August 23rd. Came early. I was grateful for that. But I will tell you, with what I have been doing, I've already gone down one size in pants. And I've always liked my shirts loose. So I can go down one size in the shirts as well, but I'm not doing that yet. As far as things that are coming up in this channel, I am working really hard to get things going with this and the So Scraptastic. But there is so much still that has to be done in this house. You know, to get rid of certain things, to get them out of the way so that I can do the things that I need to do. And a lot of it is busy work, you know. Just going through things. And that just seems like it takes forever. But I do plan on getting back on course with this channel and with the So Scraptastic. I do have the video started. I have not completed the video on how to make a tote bag because the camera started having issues. And let me tell you, I had a big scare the other day. I was in the middle of writing an email to someone, and my computer screen went totally black. Totally black. And it's an Apple. And I freaked. However, it did come back within a few minutes after I, panicked and cussed at it and cursed at it and yelled at Thomas to stop it. Did come back. It's working fine. And I do have other computers because Thomas has 3 or 4 computers that I can use. But a lot of that is transferring everything over to those computers, like the email and, bookmarks and all those kind of things. And I'm not the best at doing that. That was Thomas's job in this house. And so I am learning slowly. And it's been a real adventure. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Are you ready for a little what incarnation? I am, because it's been that kind of week. Uber reveals most common and most unusual lost and found items. Ride-sharing service Uber released its 6th annual Lost and Found Left Behind. Their Lost and Found Index revealing some of the most common and most unusual items left behind in drivers' vehicles. They revealed the most common items left behind in Uber vehicles during the past year were phones, cameras, wallets, keys, backpacks, purses, headphones and speakers, glasses, clothing, vaping devices, jewelry, and IDs. Some of the most unique items reported lost by passengers include tater tots, a fingernail, my grandma's teeth, 500 grams of caviar, a pizza costume, a blank painting of a moose, a Billie Eilish ukulele, an Employee of the Month plaque, a Bernie Sanders fanny pack, a crocheted strawberry, a bucket of slime, a brown tortoise, and a ball gag and stethoscope. Really? Really? Uber said more than 40 riders lost their CPAP machines. More than 30 reported lost retainers, and 5 people reported lost dentures. The most forgetful cities on the list were Austin, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, Houston, Indianapolis, Dallas, Kansas City, Kansas, Atlanta, Tampa, Florida, Columbus, Ohio, and Phoenix. So there you have it. Now, I don't know about you, but I love these national days where you celebrate things. And yesterday's, on the 6th, was National Drive-In Movie Day. Celebrates 1933 origin of the drive-in. I don't know about you, but I loved going to the drive-in when I was a teen. Well, and younger too. My daddy used to take me and my sisters. National Drive-In Movie Day, celebrated annually on June 6th, commemorates the day the first drive-in movie theater was opened in New Jersey in 1933. The holiday marks June the 6th, 1933, opening of the Park Inn Theater, later known as Camden Drive-In, the first drive-in theater in the United States. Richard M. Hollingshead Jr., the theater's owner, was inspired by his mother's inability to sit comfortably in standard cinema seats. He experimented. Allergies. That's why the nose is itching. With different projection and sound techniques at his family's home before obtaining a patent and opening the business. The Camden Drive-In had space for 400 cars And the first film to show was the British comedy Wife Beware. Other holidays for June the 6th are Atheist Pride Day, Bonza Bottler Day, D-Day Invasion Anniversary, National Applesauce Cake Day, National Eyewear Day, National Gardening Exercise Day, National Higher Education Day, National Hunger Awareness, National Huntington Disease, National Thank God It's Monday, National Yo-Yo Day, Russian Language Day, Whit Monday, and YMCA Day. Today's holidays include Daniel Boone Day, Junebug Day, National Chocolate Ice Cream Day, Trial Technology Day, and VCR Day. Can't make these things up. Minnesota. Nearly 4,000 lose power in Minnesota due to squirrel. Utility officials in Minnesota said nearly 4,000 customers lost power for a time due to a squirrel that wandered into a substation. The Minnesota Valley Electric Cooperative said 7 a.m. Sunday outage in the Prior Lake area was caused by a squirrel that came into contact with substation equipment. The company said 4,000 customers lost power for about half an hour. There was no word on the fate of the squirrel. Sorry. Pennsylvania. You did it on the 1st of June. Pennsylvania theme ride, park ride, strands riders upside down. No thank you. Passengers on a Pennsylvania amusement park ride were left suspended upside down in the air due to a mid-ride malfunction. Kennywood Park in West Mifflin confirmed the Aero 360 ride malfunctioned and left riders stranded upside down for a short time. Maintenance staff responded quickly and brought the ride back to its designated rest position and safely evacuated the riders. Kennywood General Manager Mark Paul said in a statement provided to KDKA-TV. Paul said 3 riders visited the first aid center as a precaution before returning to the park. The ride will remain closed while a review is conducted, Paul said. Now, there's video and people talking about the ride. Very interesting. I wouldn't get on it. Oh, the horror. Overturned truck loses 7,700 pounds of frozen pies on Illinois highway. Illinois State Police said there were hours of delays Monday morning after an overturned semi-trailer spilled 7,700 pounds of frozen pies onto a stretch of highway. The ISP said the truck was traveling westbound on Interstate 80 about 2:45 a.m. Monday when the vehicle entered the center median and rolled over onto the driver's side near Shepley Road in the Joliet area. No injuries were reported from the crash, but 7,700 pounds of frozen pies fell from the vehicle's trailer, State Police said. Westbound lanes of I-80 were closed until 7:45 a.m., causing several hours of delays. No doubt. Now, you know I always tell you about California. And in our household, we always called it California, the land of the fruit and nuts, because they grow nuts and fruits, but for other reasons. And I think this one fits in the other reasons. California court says bees are fish. A California appeals court has ruled that 4 species of bees are now legally considered fish. The issue was whether the bumblebee, a terrestrial invertebrate, falls within the definition of a fish. a division in the list of endangered species and threatened species in the California Endangered Species Act. The Act identifies the protected species in separate divisions as bird, mammal, fish, amphibian, reptile, or plant. It all started in 2019, a lawsuit between large agricultural groups in the state, such as almond and citrus growers, see, nuts and fruits, and the California Fish and Game Commission. The lawsuit specifically set out to determine whether the commission exceeded its authority when it designated 4 bumblebee species as endangered species. The crotch bumblebee, don't want to touch that one. The Franklin bumblebee, the Suckley cuckoo bumblebee, and the western bumblebee, calling them invertebrates, therefore falling under the CESA's definition of fish. I didn't know there were different names as bees, did you? In the years past, fish were defined as wild fish, mollusks, or crustaceans, including any part, spawn, or ova thereof. But in 2015, the legislature modified the definition to read fish. It means a wild fish, mollusk, crustacean, invertebrate, amphibian, or part, spawn, and ovum of any of these animals. Bees aren't animals. Whatever. In the ruling, the courts gave the commission the legal authority to list invertebrate species as endangered, even if they are not aquatic animals. We next consider whether the Commission's authority is limited to listing only aquatic invertebrates. The ruling stated, we conclude the answer is no. Although the term fish is, quote, colloquial and commonly understood to refer to aquatic species, the term of art employed by the legislature in the definition of a fish in Section 45 is not so limited. Land of the fruit and nuts. Gotta love them. They're a little different. While I agree, bees are endangered species, I'm not calling them a fish. Sorry. This last story. You have to wonder about people. Now, I'm just going to read you the story and then we'll talk about it. Florida driver receiving oral sex slams head-on into FedEx truck. Yep, that's right. A Florida man smashed his car into an oncoming FedEx truck while he was receiving oral sex from a woman in the passenger seat, according to officials. A black SUV drove directly into a FedEx van in Fort Lauderdale on Thursday. The 2 individuals in the SUV were naked, according to Newsweek. At the time of the head-on collision, the woman in the passenger seat was performing oral sex on the male driver, according to Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue, who responded to the scene. The 2 FedEx employees in the van reportedly suffered minor injuries. WPLG reported the driver of the SUV sustained injuries to his private area due to what was going on at the time of the crash. Bite marks? Just saying. Video from the scene of the accident shows the front of both vehicles crumpled from the impact. Airbags can be seen discharged in the FedEx van. The passenger and driver of the black SUV can be seen semi-dressed on the ground in shock. WPLG reported it is not clear if anyone will be charged in the crash. Distracted driving because of sex acts is more common than you may think. A 2014 study from the University of South Dakota found that 33% of men and 9% of women engaged in some sort of sexual activity while driving, the Argus leader reported. Of the 721 USD students who participated in the study, more than one-third of drivers admitted they were speeding during the act. Another third acknowledged that they had drifted out of their lane. And 11% revealed that they let go of the steering wheel. There were 2% of the drivers engaged in sexual activities that nearly experienced a car accident. These are people getting killed out there because they're having sex while driving, either with themselves or with another person, said Cindy Struckman Johnson, the University of South Dakota professor and co-author of the study. If they're getting killed, we have an obligation to understand it. No, you don't. I'm going to say this. I have participated in sex acts in a car, but we were always pulled over. Either in a wooded area, back road, somewhere. That's all I'm saying. It's safer that way. I know that was TMI, but you gotta wonder about these people these days. Why you're still driving while you're having sex, either oral, whatever, pleasuring yourself, pleasuring your partner, and still driving. The person that's driving, if they're receiving, they're going to lose it. I'm sorry, it made me giggle, okay? Sorry, guys. Alright, that's it. I'm not sharing anymore, but I will tell you, if you're driving down the road and you're having sex of any kind, stop, pull over. And for God's sake, don't drive naked. That's dangerous, all by itself. Alright, guys. Remember to be kind to one another, love one another, and, as always, get out there in nature and see the beauty and the glory that God has given us to marvel at. And if you happen to be naked, please do it only in a nudist colony. See you guys later. Bye.